Thursday, Mercedes season is officially upon us. If you guys don't know, Mercedes, who is Sasha Banks, she is expected to be at New Japan's Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 17 event next month, which is like NJPW's WrestleMania, you know, whatever you want to say for AEW's biggest show, All Out or Double or Nothing. That is according to several sources closest to the situation. While it is unknown whether Mercedes will be appearing before the live crowd, we are told that MJPW is bringing Mercedes in for the event. Back in October, she teased the idea of wrestling former WWE star, who is that? Kairi Sane in Stardom, which shares the same corporate owner as NJPW, and recently did a crossover event with NJPW. She has been training at a number of places in recent months in the United States and in Mexico. So, news hit earlier, and boy, oh boy, was Twitter wrestling ablaze of, oh my God, is Sasha Banks coming back? Is she not coming back? Is there a lot to do with this? Let's get into it. Now, let's have some fun with this. Okay, we could easily see her not show up on camera at Wrestle Kingdom. She could just be visiting, maybe backstage or in the crowd. Then she shows up to Royal Rumble a few weeks later, and all is well. While I'll be excited for that, that's kind of boring. All right, so I'll give you guys I don't even want to say conspiracy theory, because I think that if I could put some money down on this bet, and the odds were pretty good, I think I'd be coming home with some money. So I'll give you guys, of course, my thoughts on what I think this could be leading to. You guys tell me your thoughts on what I say, and of course, and give me your guys' wildest dream scenario for Mercedes or Sasha Banks. All right, so we saw last night on Dynamite, which we'll get to later on the show, that show, which was a really, really good show. We've been talking about Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks showed up last night and showed out. We've been a fan. All three of us are huge fans, so we knew he could do that, but I think a lot of people didn't know he had that kind of promo in him. But I digress. Let's get just to Mercedes. So this is what I think. I think we are in for a double swerve in AEW. Kind of like what they wanted to do with Brody Lee and Matt Hardy on that one Dynamite that had to get nixed in front of a live crowd because of COVID. And what we saw with Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson last year at All Out. So if you remember last night, Saraya's promo and the announcement about the tag match, that match is scheduled to be January 11th. Indeed. Okay? That is a month away from now. Why did they bring up that match last night for a January 11th show? They also counted Jay's victory in that trios women's tag match toward her, I think she's 43-0 now. So they counted toward her singles record, which was interesting. Okay? So, between that show being January 11th, which is a week after Wrestle Kingdom, literally 1 week after. Wrestle Kingdom is January 4th. Dynamite show is January 11th. That Dynamite show is in Los Angeles. The quickest and easiest route to Japan from America is through LA, Los Angeles. Okay? My thought is, what I think is going to happen is I think that she would not be Saraya's mystery opponent. If you guys didn't see Dynamite, Saraya needs to find an opponent to go against Britt and Jamie Hayter, since she's got to find an opponent. I think January 11th, Dynamite, we're getting two debuts or returns. I think it is perfect for us to assume she's going to be Saraya's tag team partner. She is not, but she is at that show to confront Jade, and that is going to be her 50th match for the TBS Women's Championship. So that's my thought. When I first saw it, I'm like, this leads up to what I said. If you guys remember last week on the show, I talked about, hey, I really think that promo from Jade was like towards somebody who's not there. It was a lot of nobody can lace my boots. Nobody can see me. I'm the biggest star when I stand next to anybody. That sounds just like she's shouting to Sasha or Mercedes, whatever her name is going to be, of course, when we see her outside of the WWE. That is my thought. Like I said, that is like fantasy booking. But if I had to bet that scenario somewhere, I'd feel pretty good with my money, kind of throwing that down. Eshaun, let me start with you, because you talked a couple weeks ago on the show. You said, hey, the back and forth with Sasha, it is what it is. You'll just be excited to see her back. Now, knowing this information that we just heard today, that she is allegedly going to be at Wrestle Kingdom, has your thoughts changed on where we see her, when we see her? Just give us your thoughts. One, give your thoughts on my scenario, and then kind of give us your thoughts and what you would like to see if all bets were off.
You know what? I love your scenario. As a fan, I would love for that to happen. But I guess I am such a pessimistic person, to be honest with you. I just don't see it happen, or I'll wait for it to happen. But I do want to play along, because I think that's a awesome and fascinating story that you brought up there. But there are some strange things happening right now that makes you think that something is in the works. Because the big thing is, why are we December 8th announcing a tag team match in January 11th? It's over a month away. There's a lot going on. Like, why on a random January 11th we're announcing a tag match this early, right? So if it's just something as far as scheduling, maybe Saraya has something going on, or maybe someone's doing a movie, or maybe Brett is, she's going back to get recertified for dentistry. Who knows? But that's such an odd number. So something has to be baking in the oven, right? Tony has to have something going on that's going to be, wow, that's going to make us definitely want to consider that date. So I'm expecting something to happen that day, right? So let's play the game. Let's hope it's Sasha, because we don't know what's going on with her, right? She's been out of WWE for over 6 months now, right? What's the problem? What's going on? What's going on with her contract? Did they just agree to let her out? She said maybe a month or so ago that she had a fantastic opportunity in the works. Is this that opportunity? Is she now a free agent come January, and she's able to work New Japan, and she's able to work this AEW show? And this is huge for New Japan, because I think this might be one of their first couple of women matches. I know this, they've been talking about it for some time. I haven't kept up on all of it, but I think that's a very fascinating story. And just recently, Jay was in my current place of residence in Atlanta, GA, with Naomi, right? What a random pairing at a basketball game for them to follow. Why are they hanging out? Are they getting acquainted? Are they becoming friends because they're going to be soon to be co-workers, frenemies? Is Naomi going to pop up on her and challenge her further? I mean, if you think about it, this is an amazing time right now to where we can get. This is my booking scenario, because I've been thinking about it, right? Because I'm like, you know what, man? Stop being so gosh darn pessimistic, right? Believe in Tony, and he has some magic happening for me, right? Here's my scenario. I think that Sasha is indeed going to be Saraya's tag team partner. I think it's happening. Okay? And then at the end of that match, Mercedes, Sasha Banks is going to swerve Saraya, and she's going to turn on her. And we're going to get that feud that we should have got, 5 years ago, right? Hey, chick, I'm taking you out for good this time. This is my house now, right? Fast forward, big Bow Wow, right? He looked a little big right now. Big Bow Wow.
Big face Bow Wow.
Yeah.
He just been eating good, that's all.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, look, I was eating good a week ago. Cakes, pies, all going in the belly. Bow Wow, I feel you. Look.
It is the holiday season.
Bow Wow was bringing out Naomi as the contender for Jade. And she will beat Jade for her 50th opponent. Out of there. That's what I'm booking right now for the family.
I like that. I like that.
First off, y'all, her, them, this is too much for me. I'm starting to feel like Eshaun now, as far as my emotions are being played with too much. I'm just gonna sit back and relax and wait for her to come back. But first, you had asked something about what's the wildest return. Then there was another question that came up. I did think that New Japan was only for males to wrestle. So this would be really interesting to see what capacity she's going to be used at Wrestle Kingdom. I'm excited about it there. I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that Sasha Banks is going to come back or Mercedes is going to come back as a tag team partner. I didn't think about your booking. I didn't have that insight that you had, Matt, as far as what you thought. But I like that. I think that might be what I would lean toward. But again, I still feel that she's one of Triple H's babies. What's happening here? I want her to go back and be number 30 in a Women's Royal Rumble. So I'm just, again, I'm kind of like Eshaun. I'm just confused at this point. I'm hurt. My emotions is everywhere. I'm just going to sit back and just watch. I might be a little scared too. So wildest would be the 30th person in the Royal Rumble. That'd be my wildest, I guess, at this point, since it's leaning toward AEW.
Well, and this is why like tribalism in wrestling is so stupid. Imagine waking up this morning a Sasha Banks fanatic and going to bed tonight a Mercedes hater because she could be going to AEW. You know what I mean? Like, so
yep.
All the trash tribalism folks out there, figure your life out. This is supposed to be fun. Should be super exciting. It is.
She's
awesome.
ruining her career, Matt. She's ruining her career.
I saw somebody on Twitter say earlier, I would never watch AEW again if she shows up to AEW.
Wow.
Now, if you have a personal beef with Sasha Banks, say you hate her, okay, that's cool. But like, come on, guys. It is not that serious. I am so ecstatic. January is always fun anyway, because we do get Wrestle Kingdom for the diehard U.S. fans, and then you roll right into the Royal Rumble. And we know we always get some type of returns at the Rumble, and that sets us up for WrestleMania. But think about this year. Think about the people that Triple H probably has on deck as surprises. Because once again, this is his first Royal Rumble where he is the head guy in charge. Tony evidently is at a point where he's like, look, let's get going. I really, really think we're going to see both of them, or at the minimum, one of them on that AEW Dynamite show in January. There was something else, Eshaun, you made a comment on. Oh, the Bow Wow thing. That has not been rectified. And then also the other part of why I think what we're talking about here, there is some credence to it. I think there's a ton of smoke. I think people just don't want to think of a world where, wow, someone like Sasha Banks leaves WWE and goes to AEW. Think about those trademarks we just talked about a few episodes ago. She ain't do all them trademarks for one New Japan match. That ain't it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm super excited for that, but that did just hit today. So that should be really, really fun. And of course, we know news is going to break probably between now and, of course, at the beginning of January to kind of probably give us some more information on where she's going to land next after New Japan and maybe even before New Japan.